This is the chair that I'm going to be transforming into a new office or gaming chair. You could use it for office or gaming, I guess. These chairs are amazing. I mean, they're designed to be sat in for hours and hours in your car on a motorway. So they're really great for sitting in front of your computer or in front of your games console. This one is a bit dirty, as you can see, but it's a really nice thick leather chair. When I bought it, they said it was from a Mercedes, and you can see here that when they make the leather chairs, they use vinyl for the part that you don't sit on. And so you can see the difference here in the color. You can see that the leather very thick here, and then you've got the stretchy vinyl underneath. Um, I think it's done for cost saving, of course, and also some weight saving in a vehicle. There's a lot of ingrained dirt that needs to be cleaning off, but I'm going to be doing that after I've done all the structural parts. This one has a gas strut for the pre-tensioner seatbelt, so it's similar to an airbag. It's a charge that's triggered by 12 volts. And as this has been off the car for weeks, then it's safe, but it must be disposed of correctly. So I went to the second-hand shop to look around for a nice seat base, and they were amazing. They gave me the keys to the warehouse, and they said, "Go ahead, look around. And, as soon as you find something, just bring the keys back and let us know what you're taking." So um, they're super lovely. It was a great experience. It was really nice to have a good nosy around the warehouse part of the shop for these seats. Yeah, maybe. I'm looking for one with a nice thick base. Wow, there's lots to choose from in here. And there's also some, I think it closes in 10 minutes, so I've got to be quick. There's also some here. Well, I found this one, which is really nice, because it's got just a plate on the bottom. Nice fancy bottom part there. Gas strut works okay. And just as I was wheeling it out, I found this one. It's all aluminium, solid aluminium, and it's even a matching pair. So I think I'm good. He even asked me to turn off the lights. And here's the light switch. So, trying not to kill myself. We're off. The chair I have chosen is this old office chair. But it's really nice because I don't know if I can get this. Let me put you on a tripod here. So I balance this very badly on top of my little table here. And what's important about the base that you choose is that its reclining mechanism is all within the base. A lot of chairs have the back recliner as part of the actual back of the chair, which doesn't really work well for this kind of conversion. If you enjoy these builds, you could really help out by liking and subscribing. I'd love to grow the channel, and your support's really appreciated. Thanks. This seat bracket that I'm working on here is actually under tension. The seat part that you sit on this chair that I've purchased is stretched, and this bracket is designed to keep it under tension. So now I don't know about this right now. It's quite unusual, and when it comes loose, you can see it spring apart. Wow. Okay, so we've got the base. Okay, let's put this to the side for the moment. And now we need to So now back to the upper part. And there's lots of this mechanism underneath that we'll be taking off. We don't need any of it. The only part we need to leave is the mounts that all of this mechanism bolts to. It's pretty much just 4 bolts that we need to take off. What's really important is you center the base. So you have to make sure that the post going up and down on the chair is actually in the center of where you're sitting. Otherwise, you can have a very unsteady chair. So this, wow, it's really heavy. They're really thick metal Where's Rocky? Okay. Nick, you like the seat? What do you think of the seat? Is it good? Does it get the puppy approval? That's the question. Is there a puppy approval for the seat? What do you think? Is it good? Is it a good chair? Here, let me get my son to hold the chair, for the puppy rather.
Yes.
I'll move the chair and we can put the puppy on the chair. Whatever you do, don't jump. Oh, we got the big dog in.
Yeah, now we have to.
Now we
the
got.
puppy.
Hey, Rocky, what do you think of the chair? Look, it's super like.
I stepped on this and it got stuck in my.
Got stuck in your shoe. Wow,
Yes.
that's mental.
This
Yeah, it's from the chair.
from the chair.
Yeah.
I'll leave it there with
Cool.
you.
Thank you. We're balancing. Dun, 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 dun. It's all good. It's all good. He says the chair's wicked.
Cut.
Let's have a look. The mounting brackets are here, here, here and here. Out of pure curiosity, it wouldn't make much of a video if this suddenly fitted, because obviously nobody else can get the... Oh man, that's... Oh my god, that's hilarious. It's like... It's almost perfect. But... I was thinking, oh, I'll do a YouTube video on how I made my last chair, but I just can't believe how incredibly that matches. Just looking at the bracket that I took off, it matches almost perfectly to the current holes, to the holes on the car seat, and although it's quite a high bracket, so it would add a few centimeters onto what is already quite a high base. So we won't be using this extra bracket, but it's very similar to what we're actually going to make. To match the front of this, if you imagine I was using this part here, I just need to bolt it onto there. Now you can totally do this without welding as well, because I would just drill through. I would drill through here, and I would bolt through this bar. And then this bar here, I'd just use some threaded rod, put a nut on the end, cut this here, put a nut on this end, and then you've got your first mount. And your first mount would be 2 holes through here, bolt the chair base, and cut this here, threaded bar, tighten it up so it's really tight. And then you don't even have to weld. I mean, there's the other one I did do some welding. I think I made like a brace that way and a brace that way, and then I bolted onto the brace. But you can pretty much do it however you want. There's no real rules to it, or not as far as I know. It's just basically making one smaller square fit a different size square, and you're just making brackets to do so. So let's bring up our base. We'll wiggle the camera. So okay, I'm sure I'll be using that another day. So nice, but not good enough. Okay, well, it makes a nice noise though. And gonna mark it exactly there. And we're cutting up to that point. So it's a short sawing operation. Bye-bye. It's a short sawing operation on this line and this line. Okay. As I'm cutting here, you can see that the welds on this square pipe are much harder than the rest of the tube, so it takes a long time to get started. And what I'm cutting here is the front and back horizontal parts of the mount. As it turns out, cutting a straight line it's quite hard, And if you're the kind of person that watches DIY projects and things like that, and you think, oh, I can't do something like that because you see all these skilled YouTubers doing amazing things. Well, even as someone who cannot even cut a straight line, let me tell you, you can have fun making things. It doesn't matter what your skill level is. And if you are one of those skilled YouTubers, one of those craftsmen which can cut a beautiful straight line when cutting, then please feel free to put comments and let me know, because I'd be more than happy to learn how to do this stuff better. What I should have done is actually cut away from the line, and then a little bit away from the line, and then you use the sander or the grinder to take it back to the line. However, I was overconfident that I could follow the line, and it didn't work out as expected. But no matter, we'll fix it later. So let's go straight over to the sander. We can tidy these up. Okay. So let's do a quick check. That's obviously the back one. There you go. So that will go in between those. This one, the front one. This one's a little bit loose because I did a crappy cut. Now this is the bar I have, which is actually too big. And while downloading all my videos on my phone, I found a video message which I sent to my wife, who happened to be out at the DIY store buying paint for her. So let's have a look at that. It's quite a good description of the threaded bar. Hi, darling. Quick question. Could you get me one of these? It's a meter long bar. You buy it in Laura Merlin. This one is a 12 millimeter, and I need an 8 millimeter. Two of them would be brilliant, please. Right now, I'm splitting the tube down the middle to make two end caps. As it turns out, the little edges that I left are actually not that helpful. I was hoping it would provide a bit of extra strength, but it was actually pretty annoying, and it just complicated the fit. Hi, doggy. Wow. Well, dude, what are you gonna... Well, I can't cut when you're there. How am I supposed to cut when you're right underneath it? Is it because there's a thunderstorm? Is that what it is? You're not a big fan of the thunder, are you? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I can't have you there, can I? You don't want to go anywhere else? Well, that's a bummer. Okay, well, you're just gonna stay there? I don't want to get anything in your eye or anything. So I guess we just have to wait for the thunderstorm to go. It's raining. Okay. The dog's moved. Well, not far, but far enough. The sun's come back out. She's happy there's no thunderstorm. So lovely. Lovely, lovely. It's a bit squint, it's a bit battered, but in general I think with a crappy stick weld it'll look okay. Nice. One more of those, please. Okay. No. I don't know if you're even on the camera. Are you on the camera? You're not even on the camera. No. Where are you? There. Straight under the camera. Doggy, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I supposed to be doing stuff if you're right underneath? So, I found a little bit of angle iron, which is a lot shorter than my other big piece. Yeah, the other big piece is a much bigger piece, like a wider, you know. But this one, I quite like it. It's still very, very thick. It'll still do the job perfectly. And so I think what I'll do, let me get my marker here. So what I'll be looking to do is, I think I have to mount these first, so I'll know the exact length it's going to be. And then I will cut off this part here, and cut off here, here, this part, and then cut there. And I'll end up with a flat piece that's strong here, and I can either bolt it straight through onto one of these, or I can weld it on. If I'm going to get the welder out to cap these, I might also weld this on as well to make it a nice nice clean job. There's nothing worse than thinking you're videoing, giving you a good explanation, and then finding out you didn't press the button. So anyway, this is the front one, this is the back one. I've got one cap, two cap almost done, and then for the front I need exactly the same, so I'll cut this again and do a cap for each one. And then we need to start cutting this down as well. Cut, cut. But I do need to have the front and back tubes mounted before I then start getting this exact. So first thing tomorrow, once these are mounted, I can then start welding. So first thing tomorrow when the sun's up, I can start welding these. So until then, I'm going to start making 2 more of these. Oh, so you can see what I'm talking about. Yes, you can. Okay. So 2 more once the dog moves. Now you can see the dog. You can't see the dog. So there's a thunderstorm and she's not a big fan, so she's come just like a cat on your laptop. She's come to exactly where the place where I'm working, and so I'm not going to start cutting over her. So I think I'll wait for the thunderstorm to go and then and start cutting a bit more. So until then, she gets a little bit of peace, and I'll go and have a cup of tea. As the sun is shining, I can use my welder and the grinder. I'm on solar panels here, so I have to wait for a good day before I can get the welder out. Perfect. And first of all, I'm welding on the end caps. Welding is quite tricky. It can take a while to get the hang of it. I'm by no means very good at it. What I tried to do is make sure everything is super clean, because I know that helps a lot. And I actually forgot that on some of these metal tubes that you get from the DIY store, they have like a light lacquer or oil coating to stop the rust, and that probably made things harder than it needed to be. So I'm holding down the part with the wood end of the hammer, and that stops whatever. If you do it with a screwdriver, your screwdriver can get caught up in the weld, and you end up welding your screwdriver to the part. So I always use the back end of a wooden hammer. And you see here I'm sparking the end on the clamp, and that's because getting the end hot of the little stick can make it stick less. Although not having enough power can also make it stick, so you need to make sure you get the settings correct. As I said, I'm on a solar setup, so it's kind of difficult. I don't have that many amps to play with, so even if I turn it right up, I still only have a limited amount. But it seems to work, so that's all we need. The flux on the outside of the welding rods is what you can see burning as it's doing the welding, and this flux, as it burns, it keeps the weld area clean and free of oxygen. And it stops your weld oxidizing as it's welding, and it helps the weld, so it's more effective. However, what you do need to do is clean off the flux, as it's very hard. It looks like molten steel, but it's actually like glass, and sometimes when you think you've welded a beautiful weld, You hit it with a hammer, the flux breaks away, and you're left with like an ugly or a completely failed weld. That problem, you don't get it with gas welders, because they don't have the flux. The gas creates that shield around your weld. So an argon or a CO2 MIG welder will give a much nicer weld. You can really see why people do a lot of editing in YouTube videos, because trying to get it look beautiful, perfect, is almost impossible. And I would have given up a long time ago and said that'll do. But you know, it's welded on. It's not beautiful. You know what will make it look nice? A touch of paint. Okay. Speed it up. That's 4, 6, maybe 8. 1, 2, 3, 8 now. Let's find our threaded bar. my roof is too low. My roof is too low. Okay. Lovely. That's lovely. As you can see, it's not smack bang. It's not smack bang in the middle, and that's all because of my center punch when I wasn't concentrating. But it won't matter. It really won't matter. But it just shows you to concentrate on every moment, because if you do one wrong, it'll have a domino effect and make it worse later. Right, let's go and have a nosy. I've got the chair thing in the middle of the floor. I'll work around it. Okay, cool. Right. So let's see. Oh, we're doing the front one. I thought we were doing the back. Okay, fine. Oh, look at that! Isn't that lovely? This one was a little bit. This one was a little bit short earlier when I did the bad cut. It's like this is like a. It's like a how not to video. I realized I'm shouting because I had my ear protection in. And I need to turn off the fan. Better. And then, yeah, lovely. Okay, right. Let's flatten that out nicely and put on a cap. Awesome. Okay. I'm actually quite happy with that. This corner's not awesome, but for a cheap stick welder, it's not bad. Not bad. Right. Let's color this in. Where's my marker? Here. Hey! Let's use that. There we go. Right, can I bring him in? We have a puppy visit. Yay! What do you think? What do you think? Is it good? Is it a good weld? That's the question. Is it a good weld? Do we get puppy approval? It's got little blue eyes. Oh, you can't see him on the camera. Got little blue eyes. Hello. Yeah. Is the welding any good? Is the welding any good? Tell me if it's any good or not. No, he's not really interested in welding. Oh. No, it's not a welding dog. He's not a welding dog, is he? Yeah? Oh, isn't he cuddly? Okay, thank you, puppy. He's gonna have to have some breakfast. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Maxie. But okay, let's see. Screw the ruler. Oh, this one's lovely. Look, corner to corner. And now lovely corner to crappy corner. We're close enough. And let's concentrate this time. Okay. Boom. Lovely. That's right in there. Okay. Turn the fan down. Turn the fan down and 4 mil. 6 mil. That's right? Yes, one more. 8 mil. Make sure don't damage the stick, because we've got more welding to do. Shake it out. And we are good. Okay, let's spin you over here. Spin you over here. There we go. And let's see. I mean, if it doesn't fit in, you can always knock these to the left and right a little bit. But actually, I'm very happy with. There's literally no gap. So adding the little ends on was lovely. So this is actually a little bit in the way. So I'm just going to see if I can. It's going to be a little bit tricky. Oh, it pops off really easy. Hang on. Pops off really easy. Now I could use a needle file, or this is a thread file. And I can't get it to focus. It's a thread file. It looks really weird, but it is for cleaning threads of different sizes. And it has the pitch or whatever, the number of threads per thingy. And honestly, I've absolutely no idea which one it will be. So the easiest way to do that is to get the old bar, get the other bar, and match it. Could be this side. Oh, look at that. Match is lovely. Can I zoom in on that? Yeah, anyway, that match is lovely. So that's the one, that's the side that I need to be cleaning this thread. Let's try now. Come on. Sweet. Isn't it nice when something works, isn't it? Okay, great. It goes back in the file drawer. Okay. So now we have to do everything all over again with this back part. And then we can start measuring up where we want to cut this part off and how far apart we need them. But that, once it's bolted in and once it's tightened up, it should be lovely. Okay, washer, nut, oh, she's so beautiful. Okay, need to mark it. This one is not long enough. Does it matter? No. Am I going to change it? Yes. Because I have literally one right here. So I'm going to do twice the job. But I just think it would be nice to have it looking pretty. Because you're doing it on camera. Would I have bodged it if I was not doing it on camera? 100%. Okay, this needs to go. That needs to be cut. I tell you what, I am using like the worst marker. I think this one's dry, isn't it? So beautiful. Look at that. Let's take these two over to here. Take my heater fixer. Okay. There, just like that. I think I'm going to weld on these crossbars anyway. And then nut and bolt through here. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's find the center. Of this bar. Need a nice marker. Oh, this one. So we're looking at it's 41.5 centimeters. So half of that is 20. And a nice mark. Nice mark. Yeah. Let's get our chair back up. Let me measure the chair. Put this on full blast. I'm going to leave that with him. Okay. So that's our markers. In the middle. Square, straight and square. That's what we're going for. Let me just stuff like that. Okay. Oh, the look at that. Hey, I never used one of those before. This is quite cool. Wow, that must going to make it a lot easier. Look at that. All right, let's bang that on there. Heat up the stick. And number one needs to go there. Let's pop that there in the vise. Our little fancy magnet thing. Turn it on. Steady. Steady. Wait. Hey, you know what? I quite like turning on and off. I was like, I don't need it turning on and off. I just need a magnet that's properly square. But you know what? That's all right. That's all right. I like that. Hang on then. I was going to squeeze it with a pair of pliers to make sure it's flattened. Look. I knew that wasn't perfect. Well, there's a reason that we have mole grips. And mole grips, some people think, are for holding on to a nut that is lost its hexagonalness, but it's not. Mole grips are only for holding welding. That's what mole grips are for. Never bang a magnet. Yeah, it's in the middle. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Where's my tumbler? Here. This is great. I love that magnet. It's such a cool magnet. Okay. Let's try and get this good. It's painted. I ground off the welds. Okay, this one is that one. This one must be the back. Okay, washer on. Okay, good to go. Okay, let's get the threaded bar through the hole. There you go. 1, 2. Yeah. Pardon? Oh. Sorry about that. Had to go and deal with a snake. Okay, so where are we? Oh yes, we're putting this in. There is actually enough space to do a bolt and nut there, and a bolt and nut there. There is even, because I've got it out of nice angle iron, there is even a nice opportunity to drill a hole and thread it rather than doing a nut and bolt. That would be an absolutely beautiful job, to thread it rather than have a nut and bolt going through. Lovely jubbly. This one. Lovely. This one. And then at the back. Try not to let the brush slip under, but I think we've got the general idea. What did I say? I'm trying not to. Trying not to let the brush go under. And what exactly happened? The brush went under. Easily solved. Easily solved. I'm going to get my pencil. And I'm going to draw a line in the Tipex. Lovely. So center punch. Wow. I mean, just excellent job. Nice. Lovely. This one we're trying to do. This side. This one's again. Very nice. Happy with that. And here you can see I've threaded all the holes and added 12mm bolts to the base onto the bracket. The welding is not fantastic, but it's strong, consistent, well, albeit mostly consistently bad, but it's welded on there, and so just to make it a little bit more pretty, I put on some black paint. Okay, so the seat's all put together, and now here's the part to give it a little bit of a clean before conditioning the leather. So I'm just tiny bit of soap, just a very mild soap, a very mild liquid soap. Let's give it a wipe off. That's nice. More here. Lovely. Okay. Let's do this side. I don't have any sure. It's not, I dropped it, it's not the handle. I did it, that's all. Okay, let's flip it up. There we go. You alright, doggy? Are you coming to give us a hand? You coming to give us a hand, have you? You want to work the camera? You want to work the camera? That'd be okay? You don't fancy doing that, no? Okay. Where was I? Here. A tiny bit more soap. You look a bit bored, doggy. Well, hi Rocky. Hi Rocky darling. Oh, hi. Oh, perfect timing. Do you have a small puppy?
Mm-hmm.
Can I test the chair with him?
You're gonna get the most views in that bit.
What do you think? I'd like some kind of, look, it spins. Can we get some kind of valuation? Quality control? What do you think? Is it good? I mean, he's not jumping off, so it must be okay. Puppy approved.
Cut his head.
I cut his head off. Where is he? There. Oh, really? Further down. Wow. Do one more shot. That's the money shot right there. And you can see here the finished chair, with the dogs obviously having a good nosy around it. They were very happy to have another place to sit in the house. And my son's going to really enjoy this chair when he's doing his gaming or when he's doing his homework. Let's say when he's doing his homework at his computer. But I love doing this build. It's been a really fun build. But thanks so much. If you got through this part of the video, I can't believe you watched this far. That's amazing. Thank you so much. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, or if you'd like to see the other things that I'm going to create, then please feel free to hit the subscribe button. Give us a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't like the video but you like the dogs, give us a like anyway, because that always helps. That always helps grow the channel. So thanks very much.